My name is VJ Freehouse and I'm 27 years old. I am a hip-hop teacher, choreographer, dancer. I teach at the Image Studio of Dance, Allegro Performing Arts Academy, and Westlake Dance Center. I started dancing because of a Michael Jackson video called Smooth Criminal. And I think that was a big defining moment, probably the first defining moment in my entire dance career. I think I was about 4 when I first saw it. That made me want to start dancing, but I didn't start officially dancing until my sophomore year in high school in 1999. I guess I started doing the Michael Jackson stuff, the moonwalking across the floor. I think it was in 8th grade I started, or 7th grade, junior high, I started breakdancing or b-boying. It's an interesting art form because you can take anything you hear and make anything you move into whatever you want it to present. I mean, without music, we're just mimes, but since dancing goes so hand in hand with music, the music moves me. The first thing you think of when you say hip hop, obviously, is the music. But culturally, it's the 4 elements: the b-boying, the emceeing, the DJing, and the graphing. I think the biggest struggle is trying to stay fresh, trying to stay relevant. We're our own worst critic, so there's always like a doubt of how good you are, how well you can do. You hit a plateau sometimes. You don't know how much better you can become, but I think it's those moments that show your true passion for it, where you push through it.
My name is Bianca Capeliella. I am 22 years old. Hip hop I've always been more of an upbeat kind of, more of a fast-paced person, always just go, go, go. And when I was younger, that's why the jazz and tap and hip hop kind of appealed to me more. But once I got older, it had a lot to do with my influence at the time, and my inspirations were all kind of big hip-hop pop artists, and that's what kind of veered me to go in that direction. Is most of that music was just what really made me move.
My story of how I started dancing is very similar to a lot of other dancers. My mom put me in ballet class, and I was really young at that time, so I didn't really understand the full depths of dance. I tried a lot of styles: jazz, tap, even hula, but I never really stuck to it. But the moment I was introduced to hip-hop completely changed my life.
Hip-hop stands out to me, and when I hear people say the words hip-hop, I just think about like my passion and my work. And I know when I was younger, my inspiration was always my mom, because I know there was times when I would want to quit or not go to dance and just want to hang out with my friends, and my mom saw something in me that I didn't see in myself, and she would just never let me quit and just always make me go back and stick with it. And I'm really grateful for that, because it's turned into way more than just an after-school activity for me. It's turning into a career and what I love to do.
My #1 inspiration is really the people that I dance with. I love being able to share a stage with people who, value the same things as me. That passion to perform, that passion to really inspire others as well, just like I was inspired when I was first introduced to dance, and more specifically introduced to hip hop. So my inspiration is to be an inspiration to others around me as well. My #1 achievement is really socializing with people that I've met. I've really made some great friendships through dance and my crew, and not just my crew, but other people, other dancers who thrive for the same thing as me. And I would definitely say being able to use dance as my own identity, because my parents never really supported me with it. They still kind of don't, but something that I always knew I wanted to do, and nobody's going to stop me from doing it, even my own parents. it might make me seem like a disappointment to them for continuing a genre like this because they don't really believe that it can be a career. But I guess in a sense I want to use it to sort of prove not just them wrong, but prove to the world that you can do whatever you want to do. Just make sure that you love doing what you do.
It wasn't until my senior year of high school, I was like 17 or 18 years old, that I started taking dance, my training, super seriously.
I was a freshman in high school. There was an after-school dance club, and for some reason I just felt like I needed to go. And when I went, I remember, I will never forget this, but I saw a girl there and she was dancing, and just the way that she was moving, just the way that her mind and her body connected to the music, it amazed me.
I heard about the audition through the internet and I went out, and I was really scared. I didn't know anybody. I was definitely the outsider. It was pretty uncomfortable because down here I was used to being like team captain on select groups for competition teams, and to go out there and be kind of the underdog was very, very uncomfortable, and I had to spend time in the back of formations and really work my behind off.
First time I was really involved with dance, I was actually in college, and I wanted to advance myself, so I started taking classes in Seattle. I joined a crew under choreographer Kalani Marks, and he made such a huge difference for me too. I joined his crew, PG, Physical Graffiti, and I don't know, like everything was completely different. It was good and bad at the same time, but it's just another learning experience.
My first real backup dancing job was for a Chinese artist. So his name was Jay Chow. I lived in China for 3 weeks, touring with him. So this past year, I've got to do some work with an artist named Macklemore, which he's more geared toward kids my age, like college kids.
I'm sort of on a dance break right now. When I first quit my crew, it was mainly because I couldn't really handle everything that came with the dance life. Dance life, well actually entertainment industry in general, it's a very harsh world. You're always being critiqued, you're always being criticized or compared to other dancers and other artists really. And at that time I couldn't really handle that. And that's why when I go back, I want to make sure that I do it for a purpose and do it because, you know, I want to express myself, not because I want to be better than this other person. And that was probably my #1 obstacle, is being, you know, my own identity and finding my own path.
I would say my biggest obstacle has always been finances.
It's hard to juggle, but when you want something, you can do it.
The thing is I go through phases where I just cut out certain dance to save money, but every time I do that, I just realize how worth it is, and I'm able to do what I love every day. I've never been more happy.
I do believe that everything happens for a purpose, and for me, it was just to grow up and mature more and find a way to, again, be my own dancer. In the end, no one can really tell you what to do or how to do something or how you should do something except for yourself. And everyone has their own timing. Everyone has their own pathways, their own purposes. And so, yeah, there's going to be struggles, but you can always overcome them if you really have that motivation for yourself.
As far as my hip hop goes, or what I define hip hop as, is just what you want to do, staying true to yourself and expressing and presenting what you want to call your own.